Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Abigail R. Carmelim bringing you the Salesian news across the globe. On Wednesday, May 24, 32 novices from the Salesian novitiate at Don Bosco Sunnyside in Upper Shillong made their first profession of religious vows in the congregation. 24 newly professed belongs to the St. John Paul II Shillong province and 8 belonging to the province of Mary Help of Christians Gauti. Father Biju Michael, the regional superior for South Asia, who is doing the extraordinary visitation in the province, received their vows on behalf of the Rector Major. Present on the joyous occasion and concelebrating the professioned Holy Mass were Father Paul Olinkot, the provincial of Shillong province, Father Benny, the provincial economer of Gauti province, Father V.T. Jose, the novice master, Father James Thurnyang, the provincial economer of Shillong province, several council members of Shillong province, other leaders of the various communities of the Shillong province, parents and well-wishers of the novices. In his homily, Father Biju Michael began by thanking the 32 men who courageously responded to God's call and also to the formators and superiors who accompanied them in their journey to religious life. He then spoke on the gift of the Holy Spirit, reminding how Mother Mary accompanied the apostles before the Pentecost. She accompanies the novices and the Salesians. The gift of the Spirit is important for us to be able to make choice, to mature, and to transcend from the desire of self-fulfillment, he said. Talking on the Gospel of the day, he concluded his homily by assuring the novices who would be making their profession that he is praying for them. The congregation is praying for them and are willing to accompany them so that they can be transformed from the water to the sweetest wine. After the homily, there was the rite of profession, and immediately after their profession of vows, the newly professed received the constitution and regulations of the congregation. A solemn Eucharist in honor of Mary Help of Christians was celebrated on May 24 in the Basilica of Mary Help of Christians in Lima. The celebration was presided over by the Auxiliary Bishop of Lima, Monsignor Juan Jose Salaveri, and concelebrated by Salesians from various works. The celebration was attended by the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians, district authorities and members of the various groups of the Salesian family. At the beginning of the celebration, the Vicar of the Salesian province of Peru, PER, Father Humberto Chavez, gave thanks on behalf of the provincial, Father Juan Pablo Alcas, for the presence of Monsignor Salaveri and Monsignor Raul Piot Castillo, Salesian Bishop of La Guaira, Venezuela, who is currently visiting Peru and in particular the Salesian works in Lima. During his homily, Monsignor Salaveri greeted the faithful who year after year come to the house of Mary to celebrate the feast of Mary Help of Christians. We gather around our Holy Mother, the Virgin Mary, to sing her praises on this very special and cherished day, said the Auxiliary Bishop of Lima. Then he added, how important it has been that throughout the history of the Church we invoke Mary's presence. With the same faith as Don Bosco, we ask that Mary continue to be our help. We need God's help through Mary to lead this life. At the end of the Eucharist, Monsignor Salaveri concluded, we need Mary to bring us closer to Christ. Today, more than ever, we need Mary's help. On May 23, 2023, after completing the 2 years of pre-novitiate formation, 5 young men were admitted to the novitiate year by the Superior of the Myanmar Salesian Vice Province MYM, Father Bosco Ngingi. During the ceremony, all were invited to gather for a moment of silent prayer, followed by the Gospel reading and a brief orientation for the novitiate year. The new novices belonging to various tribal populations spread throughout the country and expressed joy and enthusiasm in embracing Salesian religious life. Thousands of people made a pilgrimage to the monument of Mary Help of Christians in the municipality of Contrastacion, recognized as a diocesan shrine, to honor the queen and patroness of the community. The Salesian House of Contratacion is part of the Salesian province of Colombia, Bogota, COB, and for 68 years the population has celebrated the patronal feast with a pilgrimage attended by faithful from various parts of the country and culminating with a solemn procession and a Eucharist featuring the consecration of various groups, including volunteers, new members of the Association of Mary Help of Christians, ADMA. A popular feast in all senses, popular because it was participated by all the people, because it was felt and lived with true transport, because it expressed a simple and genuine faith. This was the Feast of Mary Help of Christians 2023 in Valdocco, the epicenter of the Salesian charism and forge of devotion to Mary under the title of Mary Help of Christians. The entire day of May 24th passed in an atmosphere of visible fervor. Groups of pilgrims, religious devotees of all nationalities, ages and skin colors crowded the Basilica of Mary Help of Christians as well as the various courtyards and environments of Valdocco to take part in the many planned celebrations and activities. The most globally anticipated celebrations were concentrated in the afternoon and evening. Director Major Father Angel Fernandez Artime presided over the solemn concelebration of the Eucharist at 6:30 p.m. in the house that Our Lady herself built, as he said in the opening of his homily quoting Don Bosco. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Till we meet again, thank you for joining us.